Hi students, welcome back. Coming to the next concept in Java programming language is inner class. So inner class is one of the important concepts, students. So try to understand it clearly. Try to watch the video till the end so that I'll cover all these inner classes except anonymous class. I will explain the member class, static member class, local class with an examples. So whatever the examples I am explaining here, try to execute on the IDE. Okay. So now let's start. A class that is defined in another class is called as inner class. The name itself is saying that. So within a class, we are trying to define another class. So that you call it as inner class. So class A is there. So within that class, I'm also inserting another class. Okay. So this is an inner class. A class that is defined in another class. A class that is defined in another class is called as inner class. This is called inner class. So there are four types of inner classes: member classes, static member classes, local classes, and anonymous classes. Okay, so anonymous class is very important, students. So I'll explain at the end of this subject, because anonymous class is a useful method and we are working on the advanced concept also. So first try to understand the basic concepts, then we will go the advanced concept, right? Okay, now let's see what is this member class. Member class, a class that is defined as a member of another class is called as member class. So what it is saying? A class that is defined as a member of another class. So whatever the class that is defined as a member of, it's a member of another class, is called as member class. So let me explain you with an example, then you can get the clarity on the concept. What is this member class, right? So here class A is there. Okay, class A is there and the class B. So this is a main class. So here I am inserting this is an inner class. A class that is defined in another class is an inner class. So here I created one method, void show. So system.out.println. Okay. So now let's start with the class sample. This is my main class. Okay. So class is loaded, open brace executed, main method called. So whenever a main method is called, first an object is created. Object of which class is created? A class, super class. So this is the main class. So here an object is created of A class. Object is created of A class. So object is created with A reference. Now what I am doing here is, so here A is a class A, okay, and the B is the inner class. So I am creating an object reference of inner class B is equal to A dot new B. What is A? A is the reference of class A, right? So this is a reference of class A. So A reference. This is A is the reference of class A. So A is the reference of class A and I am creating a new object, that is a B. B object is created. A dot new B. So with the A reference, I am creating a new object B, okay, and that will be referred with a B reference, another reference. So now I am calling with B dot show. Okay, so this is A and this is B, and here, so here A with A reference and B with B reference. So with the help of B reference, I am calling this method. I am calling this method B dot show. This is a member class. So what I said, a class that is defined as a member of another class. A class that is defined as a member of another class. It's a member of another class. That you call it as a member class. Okay. So here, instead of writing this step, whatever the steps here is there. So these three steps. These three steps can be written as, okay, new A. Okay, A object is created with A reference. Okay, so now A dot new B dot show. So you can write directly like this. Instead of writing these two steps, you can directly with A reference, a new B means an object, B object is created and I am calling the show method. A reference, okay, a B object is created, new B object is created. So inside the B, a show method is there. That's it. So instead of these two steps, you can write this. Or else you can directly write with a single step. No need to create this also. No need to write this also. Simply you can write A object is created, B object is created, then show method is called. Simply, see here. Instead of writing these three steps, after public static void main, A object is created. Next, B object is created. Now call the show method. This is about the inner class. Now let's see the static member class. So I said the static member class. So a class that has to be demonstrated, static member class. What is a static member class? Static member class is also nothing but it's a member class. What I said? 4 types of inner classes. So member class is over. Now let's see the static member class. A program to demonstrate the static member class. Let me write the program. So while writing the program, try to understand what I am writing here. Okay. Program to demonstrate static member class. So let's try to understand what I am writing here. So a class A is written. So previously what I had written, the class B I had written. Now what I am writing is a static class, because this is a static member class. Static class B. So in the static class B, I am writing a method, a void show. So inside a method, I am trying to print a message like welcome. System.out.println. A welcome message is printed. Okay. So now here this class method class is over. Now call the main class demo. So here what I am trying to write is public static void main string arguments. So now what you are going to write? So static classes can be called directly, right? You can call it as directly with A reference, a B reference, OB is equal to new A dot B, OB dot show. That's it. You already know. So if you want to call the members of a static class, you can call by using the class names. So class A and the class B, an object is created. Both objects are created. So those objects will be with a reference OB. So directly calling with the OB reference, the show method is calling. So you can access directly by using the class names. You can access directly by using the class name. A is superclass and this is the inner class. A dot B. Okay. OB is the object reference. And the new constructor. So object is created for A dot B. OB dot show. Okay. So this is about a static member class. So static member of a class is defined as a static member of another class. It's a static member of another class. Now let me explain you the next one, local class. It's a third one. It's a local class. So what is a local class? A class that is defined inside a method. See here. A class that is defined inside a method. Inside a method, we call it as a local class. So what is this inside a method? Let me explain you. So let me take the class demo. Okay. So public static void main string arguments. So a class is loaded, open brace executed, main method call. So in the main method, I am writing another class test. A class that is defined inside a method. What is this main? Main is a method, right? So main is a method. Inside the method, I am creating another class. This is a local class. You call it as a local class. Inside a main method, class test. So here void show. So this is a small letter, students. So void show system dot out dot println. Try to print the message welcome. Okay. So after that, if you want to try to print this message inside the main, what you have to do? You have to create an object for this, right? Even though it is inside a class that is present inside the main method, try to, if you want to access this class, if you want to access the class, try to create an object. Without object reference, you can't access the method, right? You can't access the class. So test, the class name is test. Test T is equal to new test T dot show, because there is no return type, so directly T dot show. That's it. Okay. What I have done here is a class that is defined inside a method. So inside a method, instead of writing here the class, if you write here in a class test, then you call it as a member class. Suppose if you mention the static class test, then that is a static member class. But I have written the class inside a main method. So class test void show. So this is inside a main method I had called. Okay, if you want to access this class, even though it is inside a main method, try to create an object. An object is created test, and with an object reference T dot show, I am calling this method, and that will be printed. So this is about the local class. So these are about the inner classes, and anonymous class I will explain later, students. When we are confident about writing the programs, then we will work on the anonymous class. Thank you.